Alright, so guys, done this here. So day 388. Decided to, today's actually 31 degrees Celsius that is. I decided to max out my pull-ups today. I've been outside for a little bit of the day, just in the blow-up pool for the kids, but most of the day, essentially I've been inside, well probably not most of, but a good amount of the day I've been inside. Most of the day I've actually been outside or in the heat. Now, I was talking earlier on a couple of episodes ago in regards to being too warm and being counterproductive, how it's not helpful, blah blah blah. Now, I've set the air conditioner at 23 degrees inside the house, and it's nice and cool in there. Let's be honest. I thought, I'm not going to warm up my joints or anything like that either. I'm going to see how it'll go. I'm going to put a little tiny bit of chalk on my hands because, it is warm. I don't want to be sweating off those bars at all, but I don't want to be doing too much where it's going to essentially rip the paint off. Even putting a little bit of the chalk on today, I can't speak, today, I still tore some of that paint off. I'm not sure that I do a weird grip with my left versus my right, because I noticed a lot of the paint is coming off on the left versus the right itself. So whether or not I've just got some more rotation as I do my pull-ups for the left hand or not. Overall effect of staying cool versus staying warm. Staying cool is so much more beneficial. Your core temperature is a little bit lower, which is super beneficial. It's able to provide me with the ability to do my pull-ups without any issues. They talk about palmar cooling and stuff like that. I guess my feet were quite cool going into the pull-ups themselves. My voice went up and down just then, quite cool. So, I guess check out the vid. I was able to maximal pull up to what I wanted, greater than 50. Maybe one or two of those reps were not as clean or as sort of high as I'd like them to be, but I'm still going to count them. So I did greater than 50 pull-ups today. I recorded all of that. You'll see it shortly after this little intro. To throw in, I also did my push-ups as well. Beautiful day outside, and I also need to admit that doing pull-ups during the day versus doing them late at night, so much more energy, just so much more keen and focused to be able to do that. So that's all. Check it. Peace. Alright, so I've actually got it right for the first time ever. Day 388 is the day which I'm doing my pull-ups on, and that is the title, and just things are lined up pretty well. So, like I said, doing my pull-ups, it's a nice day outside. It's 31 degrees Celsius. It is pretty warm, and I have been outside most of the day, but I have been inside as well, and I was inside for about an hour prior to doing my pull-ups. I believe that's just brought my core temperature down a little bit more. My hands are a bit cooler, not as hot. I haven't been wearing shoes today, so my feet are nice and cool. Barely have worn much clothing today as well, only because it is warm and I'm just a little bit lazy. So here's what it is, and that's how we roll. What am I going to talk about today? So I just want to extend a little bit on the palmar cooling side of things, and staying cool versus being warm. I know it's super duper important to warm up your joints and your muscles and so forth prior to exercise, for the key thing of injury prevention, activating muscles, and ensuring that your biomechanics are working functionally and appropriately. Now, what I guess I'll throw into play is, I haven't, throughout these 388 days, I've done very, very minimal warm-ups prior to my pull-ups, and the days where I have done reasonable warm-ups, I haven't seen any benefit whatsoever in regards to performance for my maximal effort. So that being said, I have continued to prevent me wasting time by warming up before doing any pull-ups. I've got to the point, I guess, where my body's gotten so used to these pull-ups that I'm not doing a extremely heavy. If I was doing weighted pull-ups or something like that, then I'd probably consider warming up, because I will genuinely need to prepare my body for more torture essentially. But if I'm just doing my maximal effort or just doing regular pull-ups, I don't feel as though I need to do a significant warm-up. If anything, and if I'm super duper cold, if it's winter or something, I might warm up my joints a little bit more, because I'll get some blood flowing and my joints are all lubricated and so forth. Otherwise, then I may have risk of injury. But other than that, if it's a normal day, I'm just not even going to bother, because it's just minimal, gains and benefits for me in that turn. I guess on a cool note, I did hang on a bar for roughly 3.5 minutes, or probably like 3 minutes and 15 seconds or something like that, which is kind of cool, and I'm pretty happy with that as well. It's not the best that I've done. I've been up to 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes in the past, but that was at my peak performance of Ninja, and I'm no longer at my peak performance of Ninja. At okay performance, but not that great. Me doing some push-ups, my abysmal sort of gardenless backyard, working out what I want to do essentially. I think I want to get rid of those pots and put some more lawn down so we can have a little bit more of a play area for the kiddies. Just to the right of the screen there, I've got this big fountain which I probably want to get rid of as well. It hasn't been turned on for a bit. It's probably a bit leafy and stuff. There you kind of see a few leaves and stuff like that. And I just want to just clear out the area so the kids have a bit more of a area to play. I'll probably rip up half of those pavers, and I'll get someone to redo the ground, dirt, flooring, I don't know. Just flatten it all out, rip up anything unnecessary, and relay some artificial turf, just a single run right across from left to right. I think it will look pretty schmick, and allow the area for kiddies to play, and I'll be able to chuck in a little play equipment or a little play gym, and maybe an outdoor pull-up bar as well. Then I can at least do some pull-ups outside when the kids are playing outside as well, so that's kind of cool. This is the other side of my house here. I do have a bit of greenery there. I decided not to pull these plants out because they don't hurt when I run into them, and I barely have to water them at all. I've got my cool sheds there as well, just narrow sheds for my narrow sort of walkway down there. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Peace out. Thank you very much for listening once again. Until next time, peace.